This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
Okay, I'm Holly Blessing to go in with the third speech. So to pick up from where she stopped, she says that they are going to actually work with agriculture. They are actually going to work with agriculture because it's something that has been there. And there, it actually poses a question. Does that mean that taxation has not actually been there? So to make a kind of clarity, they actually come here and actually only think that the only stated taxes are what we are only going to follow. But what we are doing today's debate is to actually propose other three taxes, and then after working hand in hand with the other existing taxes. We are not saying that we are going to rely on only 3 taxes as a country. No, that was a misconception. But rather, we are going to introduce other 3 taxes in areas where we feel that maybe they have not yet been introduced and maybe need money, and then also work with the already existing taxes to create a very great tax base. So when they talk about agriculture, so what's the issue about agriculture? Agriculture comes with a problem because agriculture is affected by things like famine and climate change, and a day like this you can actually find that the agriculture sector is not helping. The other time you actually saw that Uganda was trying to export its maize, and actually they were complaining, Kenya was complaining about aflatoxins, and now all these things, all that maize, all that things that were strained, after countries reject our agricultural products, what are we going to do? It means that we are actually just going to stay there stranded with our agricultural products, and we're not going to do anything. So what are we depending on? If we depend on agriculture, it means we're just going to depend on other people buying from us. It means we cannot actually make our own money. We've actually seen other countries which have depended on taxes and have actually elevated. Benchmarking from a country like Denmark, which is mainly surviving on something like taxation, you have actually seen them elevate themselves because of taxes. Here, when we propose taxes, we just propose it because we do not want our country to go on surviving on loans and grants and things that are unreliable, things that will wake up one day and are not there. We are talking about a long-lasting solution that will be here for a long period of time. So when they tell us agriculture, it means once we get affected and once our goods are not bought, it means if we get affected by maybe environmental conditions, it means then our GDP and our whole economy should pause. But we're talking about taxation. Taxation, in a way, once we already use the already existing taxes, and plus these taxes we are introducing, like the inheritance tax, as you very well know, there's a lot of inheritance going on in the country, and we believe that we can tax that. We can tax people for their carbon emissions. We can also tax companies that do not give shares to the people of Uganda. We are proposing these taxes alongside the other taxes so that we can make it. So what do the team negators present to us in today's debate? They present 2 things. They present agriculture and they present the weakness. They actually propose that it's not going to be, the tax is just going to be overtaxing and that people are going to be overtaxed. But then my second farmer comes in and tells them that we are proposing a tax that is equitable. We are talking about a tax where the rich pay a tax according to the money they get, and the poor pay a tax according to the money they get. We are not going to allow a minister to pay the same tax as a peasant farmer. No, we are talking about a tax which favors everyone, and that's a tax system that can work. But when they actually propose agriculture in an area where you find agriculture is not so much of industrialized, and where you find we are not using a lot of machinery, and people still use their hoes to actually plant, and you find that they are working on a small scale, we are not working on a diverse, and you find that our products are not very advanced, we cannot rely on such a source of income for our economy. We are talking about economy like taxes, where we believe that it's not going to suck the people out of the hell out of people. It's going to favor the people because people are still going to pay taxes according to the income they get. So we are when they came here and told us that we proposed URA as our house, no. We proposed the parliament as a house work hand in hand with the Ministry of Finance and Planning and URA. And we proposed nothing like URA. It was just a misconception. And therefore, I end by saying that we deserve to have taxes so that we can develop our economy. Thank you.
It is so absurd to debate with such a team that is unpatriotic, a government that is unrealistic. We are not here to debate fallacies, but rather to debate reality. I'll start by identifying the clash points. We clashed on our houses. They are saying that they are having the Parliament of Uganda as their house in partnership with URA and the Ministry of Finance. But ladies and gentlemen, how much are these organizations earning? And where are they earning from? It is because of our taxes. So if we continue empowering the parliament, if we continue empowering URA from the taxes of the people that are actually not benefiting, only because we want to get taxes out of the people, I regard team government as very greedy and unrealistic and unpatriotic. Secondly, we clash on the point of pay as you earn. It is already existing, but it is only concentrated on the formal sectors. So what about the sectors that are informal and they take up the majority? We also clashed on the point of climate change. They try to challenge our agriculture by saying that it is affected by the climate. But ladies and gentlemen, let us take it on a comparative. How much is taxation? How much are these taxes on the negative side? We're looking at acceptability. These taxes are already not accepted by the people because the government is not concentrating on the sources of these taxes, but rather they want to get money out of the people. Already the taxes are being evaded. We are looking at reliability. How do you rely on something that you're not sure where it gets, but that you're not sure about its source? We are talking about comfortability. Our agriculture is more comfortable. With clear statistics that 84% of the people in rural areas are participating in agriculture, and with clear statistics that 70% of the people are employed in agriculture. That means people are already comfortable with this agriculture. I would like to inform team government that agriculture is the main source of Uganda's economy. So why would they want to change the status quo? Why would they want to rely on these taxes? But although they are not even giving us, they're not giving us how they are going to fund the people in order to get the taxes out of them. Their first affirmative came here and she gave us a plan of 8 years. For goodness sake, our country is already in a deficit budget, but you still want to get 8 years to plan on how to tax the nation. That is so unrealistic and it is so unacceptable. They say they want to first diagnose how effective are these taxes in the 2 years. How far with us, with our agriculture, how far will we have gone in those 2 years? They said in the other 2 years, they're going to look at the awareness. They're going to inform people about taxes. But taxes are already there. And people are aware that they're not working because they are being swindled. And the government is not caring on how people get these taxes. They said in the last 2 years, they are going to bring in more taxes. Can you imagine? They are going to introduce the hereditary tax. But I would like to inform them that instead of focusing on taxing people, they would rather boost what is already existing. The problem at hand, and something that we're trying to get a solution for, is economic growth. We are trying to see how our nation, Uganda, can have economic development. But these taxes are not going to help us. They talked about other countries, but I would like to question them, what is the backbone of these countries? Our backbone is agriculture. So why not focus on what we already have before focusing on other things? They talked about the IGG. The office is in place. And we are all aware that it has not fought corruption. So for how long should we wait? They came here and talked about strengthening this taxation. Strengthening means that they are going to overtax the people. Overtaxing the people means that eventually, even if you're considering pay as you earn, I'll have nothing to pay because I am not earning. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to let you know that our case stands a better chance because our case is reliable, it's acceptable, it is comfortable, there is a health population, people need to get food, and it solves the problem of unemployment, more exports that are going to bring money in the country, even without getting us any losses. And with that, I know that we are going to win tonight's debate. With the statistics, according to the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, that 24.1% of the economy is based on agriculture. Thank you so much.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.